Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome back to the channel. We really have to talk. I'm not going to be here long, but there is a urgent message. And I need to tell you guys about a few things that I see on the horizon. Our world has shifted. This turning point energy with Charlie Kirk, turning point, they have literally turned the ship in a whole nother direction. Now, are you going to sink? Or are you going to swim? So I'll let a few of you guys come in here. Please, guys, put a like on the video. I put my heart and my soul into bringing you guys these messages. And please subscribe to the channel. I truly feel that we are one of the channels that are supporting Source in these end times, because Source will never, ever leave us without a directional spirit here on the earth. There's always been prophets and there's always been directional spirits. It means people who know where to go, what to do. And I truly believe that I'm one of those people. Thank you so much for being here today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, guys. It's about to get deep, and as I prepare to bring this message. So one thing, guys, these messages that you see, I'm doing these live channeling. I'm switching in and out between prophecies and visions that I just received from God. And on top of that, I just have all this, what I call psychic technologies, which is your own just refined energy. And I've been able to listen in and attune myself to certain energies around me, and certain, I don't know how I do it. I don't know. I just can do it, right? And so then I use a combination of channeling and remote viewing and just feeling intently with all of my clairs that I have. And sometimes the information is moving so fast. So but it's all just rolling out right before you guys' eyes. I'm getting the messages in real time as you guys are receiving them. And today will be no different. The presence of Source is already here. Thank you so much, Shannon, for being here today. Thank you, guys. I believe Source has something very powerful to share with us today. So the first thing I want to say, I did not sleep at all last night. I did not sleep at all. In fact, I woke up around midnight and Source told me to post what I post about there's a war coming. Like literally, I feel the energy. There is something on this earth that is here. There's something that has stakes. I wanted to say boots on the ground, but Source is saying it has stakes. That means it is implanted into our ground. And what I'm hearing is into our grid. There is a force here, a force that is coming. The force cannot be seen with the naked eye. There is pestilence coming. There is pestilence coming in preparation for the great reveal, in preparation for judgment, in preparation for the new financial system. And Charlie Kirk is part of this. His, like I say, was esoteric passing because the number 33 was throughout the whole thing. The number 47, which is 11, is throughout the whole thing. The number 14 was throughout the whole thing. So all of these things add up to the Masonic order. You guys can watch all of the other videos I did about that, and it will tell you a little bit more of the story. But the whole point is this: they are changing the energy field, because what they are doing, there is something coming into our biosphere, something that is not human. And I know to some people that may seem far off and crazy. Well, did you ever think that they would be able to shut the whole world down in 2020? Did you ever think that the world could do the mute challenge and go silent? No. We have to start expanding. Alien or extraterrestrial just means, something that is foreign. It's outside of this realm, but there are multiple realms within the firmament. Oh, I am warrior. I'm depressed and I feel like I just want to check out. Hold that thought, I am warrior. You're tapping into the collective energy field. And I think this message is for you. I was feeling it all day today. So listen at this, guys. So I actually went out of town. I went out of town and I had to drive back because the energy, I'm so sensitive to energy now. I got sick to my stomach. When I'm in an energy field that isn't clean, that remember the spiritual COVID I've been channeling, I see dark particles of like energetic waste in our atmosphere, in our skies. I had to turn around and come back because Source was saying there is a message, and I had to get by myself in order to just calm down the energies, right? So there's definitely something that has entered. This is the first thing you have to know. And if you're sensitive to energy, you will feel this. You might feel that you're getting sick. You might feel that like you're feeling hot. You're getting a fever. You might just feel that agitated. Like you just don't know, but you feel agitated. The circulating energies are making you agitated. So I'm going to tell you guys a few things of what it is I know. What you have to understand right now is everyone on the world stage is playing out a role. Even our beloved Candace Owens. On one end, people are like, yeah, yeah, yeah. On the other end, people are like, be quiet. But it's all plugged into this system because they want the confusion. And this is why it doesn't matter. They have to keep the right and left because what they use, this is how they pull on the collective energy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. So with the whole Charlie Kirk situation, what they needed, too many of us was waking up. They needed a collage of energy to shift into the new world. We are shifting into a new world. Nothing will ever be the same very soon. And there will be a string, I'm hearing, of attacks, right, that will lead up to this massive shift because about every 80 years or so, the world changes. They always do these resets. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. And you know what I'm saying? It's like the Tower of Babel when you get too close to the end of the game, you know, to build the tower to the heavens, you have to tear it down because the whole point is for us to be confined in here, right? That's the whole point. So it's kind of that same idea. We were getting too close to the goal. We were getting too close to oneness and to enlightenment and to understanding that we're in, the whole world is a stage. Then they have to tear it down and shift the energy. So with the Charlie Kirk situation on a macro scale, this was used to shift the collective energy into fear. And when they shift the collective energy into fear, what you have to understand is where's this collective energy going? It's going to our grid. It's being done on a grid level. And when you think about the grid, we want to think about underground. We want to think about platelets under the ground. And it's a grid that we literally charge on because Mama Earth is our charging pad, right? But the grid affects that. So what right now are you being charged to? What are you being attuned to? You are being attuned to the right station for the big harvest. We are supposed to get a huge harvest, but they are tuning us. Remember, I've said this before. They've been doing this every time we get a massive harvest. The latter rains from source. The latter rains. There has been cosmic wars. The latter rains. Everything that you've been locked out from, that you've been held back from, those things are being released from heaven. They know that. So they had to bring a great distraction and shift the energy into the grid so that they attune us to a station that is playing a vibration that will allow them to take our harvest. It's the same thing if you look at the last video with the Rebecca, right? Wanting to switch things around, birthrights to just have more, and more, right? It's the same thing. The elites, they have to have more, and more because they have a life sentence here. They can't actually leave because they are not like us. We have spark souls from the cosmic sphere. We are infinite. We are part of the energetic source. that never dies. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. Therefore, it always was, and therefore it will always be, is real, right? That's what it is. Okay. So, this is what I'm saying. You have to know why you're feeling the way you're feeling is because not only are we being attacked below with the energies that have come from beyond, they've staked themselves into our grid, but we're also being attacked from above. We're being cornered right now, and that's why we feel like this. Yes, Shannon, nothing feels real anymore because it never was real. Remember, the imagination is what's real because you will never ever be able to think a thought that doesn't already exist. I'll wait. Think a thought that doesn't already exist. My love, Sean Starlight, welcome. I missed you, buddy. You will never ever be able to think a thought. Welcome in, Sister Janice. That doesn't exist in creation. Your imagination can create worlds. This is a secret. I'm gonna give you a secret. How to get out of here and what to do. We gotta get back to the imagination. The imagination is the only way to manifest. The imagination is the only way to shift the paradigm. The imagination is access to the higher realms of consciousness. The imagination is access to the quantum field. The imagination is access to your highest vibration and version of yourself. We do all that with the imagination. You don't have to go out there and give your the sweat equity. That's what they've been saying. Put the sweat equity in. No, they want you to keep exerting out so they can. It's a huge siphon fest, this place. And you guys know I remove entities for a living. And I am telling you, even myself, I'm still learning every day how massive this siphon fest is. You won't believe it. So the siphon fest is coming. And what I'm telling you is they are in our grids. There is pestilence. You can call them entities or aliens, whatever you want to call them. You can call them angels of death. I call them angels of death. That's what I call them. Because these beings have been sent by source to reset, to clear out the lower third, like I've been talking about, the lower part of yourself. This, for the ones of us that are astute in consciousness, our lower third naturally has to go away. And what this means is it's the lower part of yourself that is not as light as a feather. It can't go to new earth vibration or higher consciousness. It can't go there. There's a natural energy, two folds, that is here to pull those things out, right? It's going to anchor some, just like Charlie. That's why Charlie's, what happened to Charlie is so much bigger than Charlie. What I'm truly looking at, and I'm going to do a third psychic investigation with Charlie and Candace, because now when we zone out, now we have to read it from a collective template. And in the collective template, what's happening to Charlie says it's also happening to us, because remember, we are all one. Everything is you pushed out. You are everyone, and everyone is you, right? So his feet was being anchored by an entity. Not just Charlie. Charlie's representing the collective soul body. Charlie is representing the collective. So we don't, thank you. You see how beautiful Source is? See how beautiful the work that we do here is? All of this is about to tell a story. This was the first automatic writing or drawing of Charlie. Feet here being anchored down. And remember, I said by an entity. What did I just say? I said a pestilent spirit, angels of death, dark energies have entered into our biosphere. They are hiding in our grid. And by the way, what this will look like, what this may also be, because it's always two folds. There's the extraordinary, and then there's the just what will happen on a 3D level. Could look like soldiers coming up from under the ground. Remember, there's sleeper cells underneath there in those tunnels. We're going to get sleeper cells. We're going to get them into pockets of America. setting things on fire. That's what I'm seeing. And little pockets of just dense energy of just doing, healing here and a there and a there. These are the sleeper cells. And these sleeper cells, like I said before, they are from, this is what I got before, Pakistani. I was getting a heavy Pakistani energy for a lot of the sleeper cells. Some of them, they are working with quantum computers underneath the ground as well. They are actually helping to facilitate this harvest. They want to harvest your harvest, not just any harvest. You have to understand just how big this thing is. So this entity anchoring not only was anchoring Charlie's feet, not only had him in a position of mercy and bondage, they want you back into this submission or even mental slavery, right? Because we were all getting too close to go, right? Not just Charlie. We're all getting too close to go of awakening. So our feet are anchored, and because the harvest ain't just any harvest. The harvest is the spoils from the war that source God has been fighting on your behalf. You have to know that. I saw this cosmic war about 4 or 5 years ago. Source told me the heavens were getting a cleansing because not even the heavens. There was infiltration yet again in the heavens. Yet again. Remember, guys, source is the largest mathematical equation that has always existed and that always will exist. And when you figure out one code, it gives birth to more unexpressed knowing for now you to solve. So we're constantly in a state of refinement. So that's what source is meaning. Heavens was getting a cleansing. Heaven was being refined and refined and refined. Even we are being refined and refined and refined. This is, how the process of a life of a soul works. And so the harvest is the spoils from the war, from the battles the source has been fighting on your behalf, and you've been fighting in the spirit. This is what the harvest is. This harvest spans lifetimes and even eons. It's a galactic harvest. It's your harvest that transcends this space-time continuum. It's a holy harvest. This is what Source is saying. It's a holy harvest. Someone say, I am getting my holy harvest. This is what we are getting. Source just ain't never lied. I feel it so strongly in my being. And that's why they got to pull all the stops out to redirect us. On one end, Source is always in control. This is why I say when we zone out, Source is in control of the pestilent spirits coming down and infecting the grid. Obviously, they couldn't do that unless Source allowed them to. But also, too, it is still being done by very dark people. Very dark people are the ones orchestrating this and planning all this stuff. The same people, like I said, that Charlie was fighting, that Candace is fighting, is the same people that everyone's in bed with, unfortunately. Because if you just keep peeling back the layers, it'll all trace back to the Masonic order. It all traces back there. No matter how you slice it, forwards or backwards, upward or downwards, it all traces back. And that was in, a previous reading or message. So what I want you to understand, your holy harvest, it's not just the wealth that's coming with the massive wave, the huge wave that I've been channeling for about a year. That's coming. It's love, true, authentic love coming in for you. True love and acceptance of self. How long have we been fighting for this? You're going to, thank you, Source. The love that you're about to get, this is the holy harvest, is the love of how God sees you, how Source sees you. Can you imagine being loved in that way? We can't even imagine it. That's why they have to collude the frequency, Because to even for us to be loved in that way, the way that Source God loves us, we have to actually be in new earth vibration already to hold that. We won't be able to hold it carrying our burdens. We won't be able to hold it carrying our cross. We have to have already done some level of refinement. And that refinement of what sources said, please release your lower third. We're going to do a healing. I'm going to do a light language ceremony from the church. It's called Speaking in Tongues. We're going to release that lower third. And you know what's holding you to the lower third? It's your how you feel about yourself. And as a healer, I'm here to tell you guys, if we just work on rewriting through the imagination, rewriting how we feel about ourselves, taking time to look at ourselves in the mirror, come to peace with everything, every bit of your essence. See yourself as Source God sees you. You will literally just unweight yourself from bondage and chains. If you drop, this is all the lower third. The lower third is literally the energetic waste that is not part of your source codes. It was never the true part of you. What it was just all of the energy that has been snowballing from lifetime to lifetime, from situation to situation, from cycle to cycle, that has either not been dealt with or we felt ashamed of. And we're going to release that today. There isn't any shame in Source's love. I don't care what you've done, and I don't care what you have, and I don't care what you've been through. The love of Source. Love is a healing modality. The love, the vibration right now, I feel this, the love of Source coming through. Just love of Source just wants to meet you in the heart right now. I'm telling you, please release what you cannot carry. Lay your burdens down, for I have already worked out all things. This is what Source is saying. And right now, guys, I'm so sorry. I got to kind of stop this. And I have to heal the heart. I got to heal the heart. I have to go where Source leads me to. So anyone who needs healing right now, I want you to get in a comfortable space. We're going to start to release the lower third because Source is here. And I want you to focus right here on your heart space. And I want you to take a deep breath in, right from the base of the stomach. Bring the breath to the top of the head and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that breath down right through the heart space. And I'm going to start a light language. And you may even feel the energy loosening up, this spiritual debris within the chest cavity. And I'm going to start the light language. And how we release is breathing. So when you feel like you need to release, you take a deep breath in and an open mouth release, like, like a sigh. All right, here we go. Releasing the lower part of you, the part that we can't take to new earth vibration with us. Mambrutu nerashinnerandita. Hambrutandireshandirete. Himbrutu shinirambunderandireta. Hambrutu shinirindirandirambanneranyamburutu. Nimbara shandirita. Humbananirita ilanbunuru shunderandiratikinaneta. Boonarata. Deep breath in. Release. Mumbrutu shinirandi shambo. Someone struggling with lust. It's not your portion. The lust is coming from lack. There isn't any lack in the code of Source. You can release that. Lay your burdens down. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. You are worthy. Bambrunera takara. Min burutu cishinere lambandiri shindera takarata. Bombrutum barashandirita. Himrutu shunudere shambarandina. Hindere takirirandire shandirata. Brutu drellira shandi. Hambunera takara shandi. Release. Someone needs to let go of their stubbornness. Let go of your stubbornness and your pride. Because it's like a balloon that has swelled up inside of your heart, and it's gonna cause congestion in the heart. You need to deflate that balloon right now in this moment. Bambruta kirishandireta, limburuta kirandireta, lirandi shindara, hindarata kirana, hudireta, lirata, tindarata kirishumburututak, karambundarata, hamburuta kiranini shumbarandi. Barata. Burutun. Hamruan nereshande takarashata. Numburum baranigate ashanereta. Mambanira shanirandiritum barandieta karambandiriti. Mambunara shanieta kara. Nimburata shata. Things are coming back into divine order. Bambrota shata. Nandireta karashita. Hamburoto. Handerata. Hamburushunda. Lemburuta karashita. Patakireta. Mombrotani hinda. Hambuondo karandita. Himbarata karashata. Ndirita. Ni nanarata. Mandireshata. Source is saying, listen, my children. My children of the earth, concentrate. We need to get light. We need to get light because here's the thing. You can only get these attacks. There will be attacks that come. There will be terror. It goes back to that scripture, the terror that comes and the pestilence in the night. 1,000 may fall on my right side and 10,000 on my left side, but it will not come for me. Only I will look with my eyes and see the reward for the wicked, because I have made that scripture. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. This is what you need to recite to yourself every night. Is it Psalms 91? I'm not sure, or 23. You guys can look that up. Someone let me know, but that's the thing. And here's the thing. X is very important. See, the X energy is the equivalency of spiritually placing the blood above your door. There's an X vibration. And to have that X vibration, you have to let go of the avatar and the scripts and everything that they gave you. See, this is how you actually get it. It's like when people put X behind their name, normally they are like, they have let go of what the world gave to them, and they have learned and studied for themselves. And now they have become something new. You becoming the X factor. This is in alignment with the blood of the Lamb, and in alignment with you being protected when the pestilence comes. And because it is the holy harvest, catch it. It's the holy harvest. And the harvest is marked by X. X marks the spot. This is how I'm telling you, something will happen, something big in our financial market. And it will shift the paradigm for these X coins, because what do they have to do? They have to align themselves. Guys, we are the ones running this whole shebang because we are soul essence beings. They are serving lifetime sentences here. They were probably ran here, who knows how many years ago. That's why they say it's prison planet. No, it's prison for them because they can't get out. That's why they have to take everything, and then they reseed themselves in another lifetime, but they're still the same people over and over again because they can't get out. So they have to build a kingdom here. We're not to build our kingdom here. Our kingdom is what I say, the imagination, because the imagination is source. Everything happens there. This is the quantum. Here's the thing. Those X coins, there's going to be a huge shift when all of these pockets of terror, they're pockets of terror coming. The war is not just one war, it's an ongoing war until we get to this reset that this is what they're doing underneath. This is why the great distraction's happening. This is why the pestilence is in the grid to prime us to hold our feet down by the entity. It's the same. It's a collective entity, right? That wants, not only did it want, Charlie, right? And not only is Candace a part of this, but it also wants to bind our feet down. As remember, we're still in the womb with Jacob and Esau. We have not, we've not healed from that template yet. We haven't birthed out correctly yet. We've not birthed out in love yet. We've birthed out with one holding the heel of the other, and then one tricking, and then one getting the get back. We've not done this thing right, so we keep running this thing until we get it right. They know that, because once we get it right, this is our holy harvest. So all of what they're doing under the grid and in the sky is to prime us to hold a lower frequency code so that we stay anchored here. And then they siphon again our holy harvest. Don't let your holy harvest go. So the pockets of terror will come. These are angels of death. 2 years ago, I saw them. They made me aware that they were here. I saw a huge, massive, like 20-foot, looked like I don't know, like a angel, but it was like dark. It had a black something on, and it was coming to cleanse the earth. If you've been in the negative vibration, if you haven't had your heart lamp off, you turn your heart lamp off. That's the equivalent of you turning that X off. It's the equivalent of you rejecting Source's love. When you reject in the heart space, you defile my love. And that came up today. What Source was saying about Jacob. The original sin was not against Isaac or Esau, but it was Jacob and Rebecca who defiled. And when Source used that word defiled. So when you don't love in the heart, you defile God because you reject God's love. There is no way you can be in alignment to even receive the true source or the true God without the heart being in alignment and the light being on. Because you will only get, this is what Source is saying, you will only get the vibration of what you are, and this energy that has just opened up has allowed this shift to happen. It's the final judgment. It's the final judgment. There will be a period, we will go to a period of peace after this. I know people are preaching that we won't, but I feel it. I felt the shift today because Source has been working. We've been working, guys. We've been doing this thing. And the reason why they have to hit us with all this fear is because I see peace coming for us. That perfect peace that surpasses your own understanding, that peace, because remember, it is the holy harvest. It's not just any harvest. It's 10 times as big. It's 10 times as powerful, as bountiful, as loving. You got to have the vibration to hold that. And so releasing the lower third of yourself will help you prepare. And no matter what happened to you, please turn your heart lamp on. And you will be saved. This is how we protect ourselves. What did I say? Love is the way. Love is our protection. The heart filled, thousands and thousands times greater than the mind, than the brain filled. It is your superpower. And I'm telling you, it's like how it says that love covers a multitude of sins. It's kind of, I'm getting the vibe. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we can equate that to. So the holy harvest is coming. There will be pockets of little terror things coming. There's beings or energies that are in our grid, and these are angels of death, pestilence spirits. Okay. And what I was saying is they showed themselves to me a few years ago. I knew that they were in position, but it looks like there is a lot more. There's a lot more of them now. And these things, these things are so huge. There, I saw 20 feet tall. Can you imagine a dark angel that's 20 feet tall coming after you? I'm telling you, that is what is here. So as above, so below, and vice versa. Now, let's pay attention to our skies. Today, I couldn't even, I had to turn around and drive back home. I walked into a store and all of a sudden my ears clogged up like I was on an airplane. And I couldn't get them to unclog. And I was like, something's going to happen on a plane. And I started feeling sick and like just like it felt like stuff was spinning. And as soon as I got in my car, I started to drive. I started to feel, like the energy got a little lighter, but I was supposed to be there in that pocket of energy so that I could read what was going on. This is my life is I'm like a scavenger hunt of source codes and energy and decode it. So it's like I just have to go wherever that takes me. But the thing about it is something will be happening with airplanes. Okay. And the reason why that is because these pestilent spirits, these angels of death, like I like to call it, or guys, if you have the Cosmic Bible, I wrote about this in the Cosmic Bible. This is a channeled book, guys. It's the Great Expansion, a Cosmic Bible for the Ages. There'll be some links down below. There's links under all of my other videos. And then when this is over, I'll link it here. Please, guys, support this book. Like this was written by source. I'm telling you, this was not me. There isn't any way I could have wrote this. I'm not that great. I'm just being honest. It was just an attunement. I was just the vessel, and source was able to work with my energy to give this to you guys, but it talks about this throughout the book and what it truly is when we zone out. You see that refinement that I was talking about. Remember I said how heaven's getting a cleansing as well. So who the 5 night stampede? The 5 night stampede is essentially the ego state. We can consider it the ego state of our infinite selves. The ego state of our infinite selves. There's still more cleansing. It's just like when you do a cleanse and you're like good for a while and then you realize, oh, I still got more cleansing to do. It it's forever going. And so that's what the 5 night stampede is. But what it does is it always comes about during times like this because it works with source to reset the earth. Because there's cosmic flow and order that actually pushes each humanity along to where it needs to go. And we've been stagnated for too long. With this Masons and elites and all that, we've been stagnated in their game for too long. And so this energy is coming to release us from that. But here's the thing, don't become a casualty of war by you getting into the fear. That's what the whole, all of this stuff that's been going on lately, all of it has been to bind you to the lower frequencies so that it's like, here's the thing. I'm getting this now. Source codes. Source ain't never lied. I think it was Jacob who held on to the heel of his brother, right? Coming out of the womb. That entity, right, is at the bottom, holding on to the feet. We still, y'all, we haven't even moved past that portion of the story of humanity in the Bible. Whether you want to take it literally or figuratively, we're still there. We're still trying to one up each other, and you can see it. Oh, I want to get this over you. I want that. Why should you have it? I should have it. Or I'm God's chosen people. I should have it. I have the birthrights. I should have it. It's mine. No, I should have it. I deserve it more because X, Y, and Z. We can't because it's our ego. And that's why the 5 night stampede is the falling away of our ego. And so, what we're going to do, we're going to get to see just how evil our collective energies, collective ego is and has been. But it cannot touch you if you are not in the lower vibration. So that's what I say, turn your heart lamp on and release the lower third. Make peace with who you are and what you are, and stand in the love vibration. So those skies, guys, the reason there will be planes falling from the sky, and the reason why this will start to happen is because the thing about it is, remember, the holy wars are going on. There will be U.S. military fighter, not fighter jets, but whatever little space stuff they've created, because they also have like space jets to fight stuff like this and drones and stuff like that. It would be so much going on. They're trying to. Remember, I told you guys that this portal was open, and I said that 9-9 portal. I said, yes, it's open for purge, for us to cleanse out and heal, but it's also open for other things to come in. And those are the other things that have come in. They're here, and our governments will be fighting these things in the sky. It will be a lot of chaos. Some of these portals that they've opened up, they have no idea what they've done. They thought they knew what they've done. Like when the Pope was opening all those portals, but you have no idea. The 5-night stampede are coming. They think, guys, I'm telling you, they think that they're opening this stuff for us. No, 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 no. It's really us in the imagination opening these things up to take them. And we can have that paradigm when we go back here. All is mind, all is mind, all is mind. All is mind. Open up to a random page in the Great Expansion, page 73, top of the page. Mother God says, we want you to be just as steady and ready and alert as we are, as firm, as strong, and as patient as we are, as brilliant, as kinetic, as magnetic as we are. We do not move foolishly. We wait for the perfect time, and we see all things. We wait for the energy to change. This is when the pickings are ripe. And I asked, how are you preparing humanity? And Mother God says, through steadfastness, struggles, patience, and through love. All of these struggles you've been going through has been your preparation for this moment. And it even talks about this on the previous page. You can't make it up. I just opened to a random page. Top of page 72. This transmission was on January 19th, 2023. 23. Remember, that was coming up in Candace reading 23. So something might happen on the 23rd. Something might happen either September 23rd, October 23rd, both, November 23rd. It's given that it's going to happen multiple 23rd starting September, this September. Listen, you can't make it up. I opened to a random page and I was asking Mother God, Mother Ethereal. I said, the 5-night stampede, because I heard this in my mind's eye. And I was asking for them to emerge so I could understand more about it, right? And one second. And then this is what Mother Source says. The 5-night stampede is crushing the heart and the ego state of man. We cannot be forced. Our hands are steady and heavy as mountains. We wait for the perfect time to roar and to erupt. We might get more volcano eruptions. We are the lava. We are the movement under the ground. What did I just say? You can't make this up. Source ain't never lied. What did I just say? That the pestilence, the angels of death, five night stampede essentially are in the grid? Listen, you can't make it up. I'm reading for the middle of the page. Mother God Theriel says, we cannot be forced. And she's talking about the five night stampede. This is the ego state that's being released down here for the reset. This is the final purge of our cosmic selves, of the cosmic source. This is the final purge out after how many eons of refinement? Guys, it's like watching a movie. I'm telling you. Says we cannot be forced. Our hands are steady and heavy as mountains. Mountains might start to awaken up too. You might see faces in the mountains, giant hands in the mountains start to move. I'm telling you, the great shaking. I can't make it up. We wait for the perfect time to roar and to erupt. We are the lava. We are the movement under the ground that expands land masses and creates new geographical locations. We might get new geographical locations. There might be a distraction or a destruction through weather manipulation that will cause geographic locations, meaning separation from lands, to now spread out and to become different, to relocate that land into the sea or into, split off just a little bit. Sinkholes, all of these things. So it will start tipping away and start to like cut into the earth. So we might see a rise and an uptick in sinkholes starting that process too, right? It says everything that happens is ordained. You have to remember, source can't, these people can't do anything that source doesn't see. But their time is different from ours, right? So it says everything is ordained. Natural disasters, that is us. Talking about the five night stampede. The hand of the cosmic stampede are ready and waiting patiently, my dear. Mm, yep. Yep. So anything else? And so what I'm doing essentially is telling you who's coming. So when all of this starts to happen, I don't want you guys to be a fear because that is what binds you. Because here's the thing, we are slated for the new expanded consciousness. So a lot of people call this new earth. Source has told me now to call it because they've colluded that. They've colluded that name. So I'll say new earth, but then I'll follow it up with the new expanded consciousness because that's all new earth is. We're moving to a higher state of consciousness. Therefore, shifting the energy vibration here within this paradigm, right? And then who knows, we might be able to transmute ourselves or to teleport ourselves into the actual physical representation of a actual new earth, right? Where even you yourself and all your material things will now just materialize from one side of the portal to the next side of the portal. I do see that as a strong possibility. And what you will be living is just in the new expanded consciousness. And it'll be on a timeline of everything that you took with you, minus the lower thirds. Source ain't just never lied. This is what Source is saying in this moment of reflection right now. When I say this moment of reflection, I am me and Source. We are reflecting. We are reflecting. We are seeing eye to eye, heart to heart, soul to soul. This is what will happen when we go to New Earth. This is the answer. This is a key code that we've been waiting for. When I tell you guys, please release the lower third, this is what I mean. It's the part that's too dense to teleport. I know it sounds sci-fi, but that's what it is. I can't make it up. I'm so sorry. Too dense to get through these portals. It's not light and airy. It's not the expanded heart space. It's not the heart lamp on of the Christ. That's our lower third. And the key is you will know what the lower third is because it's anything that you don't like about yourself. And that is the whole message of the video I did yesterday. Because what Source was saying is what Jacob doesn't like about Esau is everything that God doesn't like about Jacob. That actually God told Jacob to change that. That story is just the story from the Bible. There's more to that story that predates the Bible, right? And so you have to understand these two were once one, Jacob and Esau. All nations were one. There was only one race. When we get Esau, we get a portion of a character that was already inside of Jacob, that was already inside of just the one creation that was here. The part that Source said, I don't like this about you because it's too much about the materialism. And, you know, and when you don't love and you want to steal and rob and collude for materialism, it defiles my love. I don't like it. And so essentially, with the 5 night stampede coming to clear the lower third as well, this is also the part of what gets Jacob free. Watch this. When we do this thing right, when we put this thing back in divine order, right? When we do this right, this finally allows us to birth, right? When we do this right, this is what brings spiritual Israel back online. Like I said before, on a macro level, it's the purification of the 12-strand DNA. Because you're in that current avatar, which you've had different avatars. I've had white avatars, black avatars, Polynesian avatars, you name it. Like, but so it's in your DNA. That's what we're really talking about when we zone out, because these are earth suits that we have on, right? So here's the thing. And what that does is support the new earth vibration as well. And that's why I was telling, you know, when I was pulling the Source wanted Candace to stop, because these things have to come together. Because what are we going to do? Just reveal, play our hand, reveal that we know that the jig is up over there, but yet we haven't got the character to even make the leap or to teleport into the new earth. Like, we got, these things have to be done. The 5 night stampede haven't even come. And even when the 5 night, this is what Source is saying, the ones of us who want to heal, I am warrior. This is for you. The ones of us who want to heal, the ones of us who have, see, this is all you need to be saved too. What Source is saying is it's not like a save because you're already good and whole in truth when we zone out. But what I'm saying is this: Source is not dumb. Source knows every pimple on you is beautiful to Source. If you, what you do when you come in the comments and you say, hey, I need help, I feel depressed, you're basically letting go of your ego to do that. You've already released it. You don't even know. You released your lower third because you said it. Source is going to honor that. When the 5 night stampede come, when the ones that is wanting to hold us down so that we can be affected by the grid and by the pestilence, right? Because it's a huge siphon. Instead of siphoning from you, it's going to allow the final purge out of those things. This is Source ain't just never lied. You hold on. Never give up. We never give up. There are days I feel sad. There are days I feel overwhelmed. But there has to be something greater than ourselves that keep us ticking and going. And that's what I want you to find, I Am Warrior. I want all of us to find that. Your why it is that you have been given life in this avatar, in this time of reflection. And that always is found in your passion. Remember, your passion has purpose. And when you use that, it is purposeful with its energy and motion. It's currency. That's all we're doing is spending our currency. Life force energy is your currency. But what are you spending it on? What are you spending the currency on, the energy on? Are we spending it on endless rabbit holes, right? And I like a good rabbit hole too, but this is where we got to come back to. So I always hit you guys with rabbit holes, but then I bring it back into the love space because that stuff's for fun. And, you know, people want to be entertained, you know, as well. But then we come back here, right? And then we go back and then we come back because this is home. This is our landing pad right here in the heart space, right? And so, yeah, there's really nothing more I want to say, and we will expound on this a lot more going on, but there is some sort of war energy brewing. The energy is already here. And the war truly is the 5 night stampede coming, these death angels that are coming to clear out all of the negative vibrations, that spiritual COVID that I saw in the air and the atmosphere. But also, too, if you ask Source during this time, help me purge out, help me purge out, help me purge out. Pray Psalms 23, Psalms 91. Pray over your feet. Because it literally, this is how our souls came in to this creation, came through the feet. Spirit came down from the crown. And then what? They met in the middle and it formed a heart, and a heart filled. You are powerful. Your heart filled is a combination of spirit and of soul. You can't lose there. Pray over your body. Pray over the soles of your feet. Cleanse them and clear them. And if you don't know how to do it, you ask Source to cleanse and clear your feet every night. And here's what I want you to do every night when you lay into bed. This is what you do. You call all your energy back. You say, I call all of my energy back at any space, time, dimension. I'd call it back whole, purified, and cleansed. And may it nourish me and give me life. And so it is. And you just disconnect it from their energy field of fear. And we have the power. We can do that all day. So when you start to feel depressed or anxious or anything, remind these energies, I'm a sovereign soul. I do not agree for you to be here. I do not agree for you to be in my energy field. Say, I am disconnecting from your vibration, and I'm cleansing and purifying my vibration, and my code is updating now. And just take a deep breath in and just say, my code is updating now. You are technology. And when you activate this imagination, this is what activates the rest of your human technology. And the last thing, because I know I skip around, but I got to go as the spirit moves me. Here's the thing. The big wave is coming. I don't know if they'll do anything to mess it up, because that's what some of this stuff is, confusion, because they want to steal from us yet again. But the new financial system will come online, and it feels like it's getting closer and closer every day. So start getting yourself prepared. And I do believe the XRP will be the lead of that. And it's all about the X coins. It is, because I see it everywhere I go. X, 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 X. And remember, in alignment with our X and our protection over our houses, they have to align themselves as well. Because we are the stars. Remember, it's this whole 1-2 switcheroo. We are the real stars because we have the energetic currency from Source. And so, of course, they have to align themselves with us, because that's how they stay animated. Right? All right, guys. I think I've done it. I'm gonna tomorrow we'll expand the psychic investigation part 3, where now we look at the Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk as a collective template, because that's when it really gets powerful, is when we look at it from a collective scale. Guys, thank you guys so much for being here in this vibration. And in the comments, thank you very much, guys. Shannon, Janice, I Am Warrior, everyone else that will watch this in the morning, Sister Sonia, I know, and Buffalo Wild Wings. And thank you, Madonna. Thank you. Please, guys, subscribe to the channel. I put my heart and my soul into bringing this to you guys. And please like the video, guys. Thank you. Hi, Margarita. Just came in, so I'll need to watch it from the beginning. Yes. Everyone's talking about the 3 nights of darkness. Yep. Yeah. I want to live off grid. Yeah. You're welcome. You feel better. You're so welcome. I Am Warrior. You are powerful. I love you. I love you so much. I want you to know that. And I feel that you need to hear that. And I feel that I need to say that to you. I love every time you show up here. When I see you guys, like my day ones, I love it so much because it's really hard to put yourself out here, but there's something bigger guiding me is the source codes. I'm like this crazy woman putting all this stuff together. And you guys are just as crazy as me because you're watching it. You guys also have the source codes. It's some of you guys' this energy that keeps me coming back here. Seriously, sometimes I ask myself, why am I coming back here? Is you guys keep me coming back here. So thank you. And I do love you, I am warrior. And just please release that lower part. Anything that you have this emotional charge or connection to, anything you feel bad about, that's the part you need to release because the holy, well, transfer this holy harvest, you're going to get everything as God sees you. The birthrights. That's why I keep saying the birthright. September, remember I had you guys say September is my birthright because that's what we're truly getting. This holy harvest. But they want to like steal that and redirect it for themselves. But these are our birthrights. They can't have them. Someone say these are my birthrights and you can't have them. The holy harvest is my birthright. They're just here to siphon all over again. I love you too, Janice. I love you so much. I love you, Walter. I love you, Sean. I love you, Madonna. I love you, Margarita. I love you, everyone. Shannon. Oh, RH Factor Star Seed. How did you know? How did you know I have the RH Factor? How did you know that? Yeah, no, we will. I think I responded to your comment. I'm going to try to do a video on that. I'm going to write it down. I got a lot of people asking me. I'm going to write that down because I would like to dig into my own blood type as well. So so yeah, I'm going to get to that. Thank you so much, Texas woman. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is as we walk together in divine love. Be well, guys. Bye.